Hello, Cornerstone. Pastor Mike here with this new edition of Perspectives on May 22nd, year 2020. And so glad that you joined us today. You know, on these perspectives, we've basically been trying to give God's perspective on some aspect of life as we walk through this pandemic. But today, I want to do something a little bit different. I want to share with you one of my perspectives as the leader of the church, and then also ask for your perspective. So, as far as my perspective, I just wanted to share something that I see that oftentimes not everyone recognizes, and I just want to bring it to your attention and ask you to take some action. Over these past few weeks, as we've had to shift to online presence and not doing things as we normally do, the load of the ministry has really shifted to just a few people. And those folks have put in multiple more hours than they had before. They've had to learn new things that they didn't know before. They've had to make shifts. And I just can't tell you how proud I am of them and how they have stepped up to serve you in this time. And I just want to give a shout out today to Sharon Stanley and Cindy Boston as they have led our kids ministry. As many of you parents know, they have done a yeoman's work in creating new material and making sure that gets to your kids. They've done the resurrection eggs and then let the kids celebrate with the online video on Easter morning. They had the Bloom kits just the last couple of weeks, and just creative lessons each week that they put a lot of their heart and soul into. So I would really challenge you, if you have a child that's been impacted over these last few weeks, just take a moment to maybe shoot Cindy or Sharon a text or email and just tell them thanks. And if there's something in particular that has impressed you or been meaningful to your child, I'd really encourage you just to pass that on. You know, as a body of believers, we're called in Hebrews to encourage one another and build one another up. And this is a really practical way that you can take action on that. Another section of our congregation where people have just really stepped up and carried the ball are small group leaders. They are kind of our first line ministers in a lot of ways. They're the ones that are watching over the care and building up of segments of our congregation. And they've had to, in addition to that, had to learn how to navigate Zoom over these past few weeks. Many of them have. And they've just, again, done a fantastic job in making that shift. And I just want to give a shout out to Ron Keaton, to Anna Poff, Michelle Burwitz, Steve Rakoff, Mike and Jackie Moon, and Joseph and Michelle Lugo, all of our small group leaders who have helped maintain contact in a time of separation. So thanks, guys. And then finally, I just want to say a big word of thanks to NAT Cursor. Nat has, as you know, is our pastor to students in worship, but he has had to add a whole nother hat over these last few weeks. And if there's a pastor of technology, he's been it. He has done everything from making sure our videos look good to recording things for other parts of the ministry, and just been kind of a general all-around tech guru. And to be quite honest, Nat's work has been recognized by some of other churches in our area. So he has made us look really good, and I know it's not been without some cost. Just some extra hours, a little less sleep, and in a time where he's trying to take care of his boys at home with no school. So same thing, if you get a chance just to shoot a text to Nat and say thanks, that'd be a huge, pat on the back for him. And so I do want to say all those things and just let you know that even though things might look good and easy on the front, there's been a lot of hard work behind it. And these are the people that have been making it happen. Before I go, I want to let you know that we also want your perspective on some matters. Our leadership has met a couple times in this past week, trying to put together our plan. We're still developing that. We've got several things we've got on the table, but I think it's starting to come together. But we're missing one piece. We want to hear from you. We want to get your perspective on some of the things that we're thinking about. So this is Friday as I'm recording this. We're going to send out a survey of, I think, 6 questions. Very simple questions. If you could just take a couple of minutes and fill that out and send that back to us, that would be great. In fact, you don't have to send it back to us. You just take it and it's just registered right there online. But make sure you look for that in your email box today. If you don't see it, let us know and we'll make sure we get that to you. So hope it's a great weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend. I know it won't feel much like that, but I hope you get to spend some time relaxing and taking a break from all this stuff from the pandemic. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll see you next time.